Justine, and I wanted to hop on and make a quick video, now that I'm being all spontaneous with these things, to kind of go along with what the last video was about, which is called trusting your intuition. So the whole goal during that talk was to really start to get in tune with what your guidance is. What are the signs you're receiving, symbols, letters, messages, people you're randomly meeting, you know, what is your guidance telling you, and to trust it. So, a little backstory. I'm currently in New York City, as you can see with the buildings behind me. And way over there somewhere is the Empire State Building. So a few weeks ago I got a random email about this event that I wasn't overly familiar with at all. I had known some ladies that had attended a few years ago, and I had recently reconnected with some of those ladies, and I just felt called to go to this event, not knowing what it would be about whatsoever. So I'm in New York, and this was literally like 2 weeks ago, so I just told a couple people, I'm like, I have to go to New York to go to this thing, and here I am. And so far it's been amazing, but some of the synchronicities, so I made the video for you guys the other day, right? Like trusting your intuition, looking for the signs. And that's what I'm sharing is what I'm also resonating with myself in my own life. So I get on the plane, and I had two flights to get over here because I live in LA and this is New York. And on the second flight, I upgraded my seat because I was on Southwest, like one of the last C groups or C seats, and I was like, this is going to be a long flight and it's just going to be kind of miserable. So I upgraded it, which I never do, and I can kick for myself for not checking in on time, but everything happens for a reason, right? So I get in, I get a nice exit seat, and the plane's filling up, and it's literally like the last few people for everyone to get on the plane, and the middle seat next to me had been open, and then a guy sat there, and I didn't really, you're just on the plane, and I was really tired. I didn't get much sleep. So at one point I was reading a book, and he commented on the book, and so that opened up a whole conversation. And then the person who wrote the beginning part of the book happens to be the lady that I'm seeing for this event today. And then we just had all these similarities, like grew up in the same place in Houston, and he had lived in Austin, and it was in Colorado, and randomly going to New York to meet a buddy. So like all these different synchronicities. And then I was in an unfamiliar airport in New York when we landed, and I wasn't sure how to get to the city the best way. And being a female, like I'm always sort of cautious of things. And so we were able to like share an Uber. So I got here safely and securely and made a new buddy on the plane, right? So I'm here in this event, and that's just like trusting guidance. Like, oh, I was trusting to even bring this particular book that I haven't read in like 3 years. I just felt like, oh, I should bring this book to read on the plane. And then just being in this event, just meeting with some really wonderful ladies. And one of the messages today in the workshop is all about trusting your guidance. So the last video was kind of talking about the different clairs, right? There's clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairessence, claircognizance, and clairsentience. And these are just all different ways that we receive messages from guidance. And the guidance can be whatever you feel that is. Your higher self, God, spirit, your gut feeling, intuition. It doesn't really matter what it is, just know that it's guidance and you're guided. So I just encourage you, so I got a lot of clarity today just knowing that I can trust this thing and that I'm not a weirdo, and we all have it, and just it really helps to keep paying attention to it and keep like letting the guidance come to you, because we're not alone. We're all here, we're all connected, we're all on our own individual journeys, but we're not like alone on the actual journey. Like there's always something there to guide us. So I just wanted to share that message with you because it really was so synchronistic, and just today's messages, I was like, oh, this is all making sense now. So keep looking for those signs as you're going about your day. Just trust that, you're being guided. It's all good. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.